See the chat's working here. Hi. Hello. So I don't know how many folks will join, but I thought that was very fun. The video, I made that lyric video. I thought it was very fun because that song in particular uh, felt a little bit self-serious when I was writing it. But in hindsight, it's just always great to maybe poke fun at yourself a little bit. Um, So if there, I'm just here for some questions. By the way, I'm in Sweden right now. And tomorrow I leave for Budapest, Hungary, um, to play a show there. It's very exciting. The whole European tour and UK tour has been amazing. Um, this is the knitted. This is the me that was given to me last night at the show here in Stockholm. What's my favorite tarot card? It's a great question. It depends, right? I am fond of the Fool, though. Schaefer, Mini Schaef. You're still in Sweden. What's the most fun and interesting thing I've done in Sweden? Well, hmm, I took a walk around Old Town, and that was great. And but today I went to a bunch of museums, and one of them was a shipwreck museum, actually, and it was incredible. It's like beautifully done. And I had some great food by the water. Isn't it? It's pretty cute, right? I mean, he's got the vest and everything, and a little tattoo. Check that shit out. Come on, how cool. Um, yeah, let's see. All right, I don't want to miss any questions here. Um, that was you. You made the doll. Beautiful. Thank you for this. It's gonna fly with me all over the world now. So, have I ever come to play in Mexico? Or I absolutely would come to Mexico. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to. Maybe need a little more light there. That's better. Um, how would I feel about a tarot deck based after me music? I would love that. In fact, it's something I've kind of always wanted to do. It's just very time intensive and tricky to do. So, do I play D&D? I haven't played D&D in forever. Like when I say forever, at least 600 years. So, you're coming to see me and Auto Heart. Amazing. In Berkeley. Incredible. That tour is going to be so fun. I love that. Um, See opener for Auto Heart Tour. They are one of my other favorite bands. I love their music. Yeah, and Barney came to the London show, which was is it weird for me to just like hold the maybe I'll just put that down. Uh but Barney came to the show in London and it was so fun to meet him in person too. Um thank you very much. Yeah, it's growing. Tattoos are growing. Um But yeah, are there any questions about the video, the lyric video, anything like that, or anything from summoning? Um, you're right. Sometimes you do need to give yourself a hug. That's true. I agree with you. Very important. Various versions of yourself too. Any specific collabs I would love to do, by the way. I don't want to jinx them because there's many, several at least. Uh, and but I don't want to jinx them because some of them are maybe in the works. The Fool is my favorite card. Yeah, the Fool's a great card. I'm glad you like the commentary. The truth is that one of the factors in the video moves pretty quickly, but I wasn't sure how I would finish that song, and I was driving Prince Edward Island, and crossed over a little bridge into town called I think it's Satford or Stratford, and the slogan on the sign was just imagine that with an exclamation point, and that was it. Light bulb went off, and I knew that that was the phrase that I was looking for. That I had been trying to figure out what that phrase should be at that part of the song. So. What's my favorite song from Summoning? How much time did I take to finish the whole album? Let's see. My favorite song. Well, I have a favorite slow song and a favorite upbeat song, I think, right at this moment. I think Make a Wish is my favorite upbeat song, but only because I've been playing it live on this tour and it's taking on a new life. Winter Hymn, I love. It's very personal. And another is Yellow House, but I honestly can't really play that live. I was talking to this about this with a fan. I think it was last night. It's a little bit too emotional for me to play live, so I can't play it live yet. But I'll get to it. Um, I wrote the commentary. Um, I did. I sat there and giggled to myself. There's actually another version that's way more self-deprecating that I thought was very funny, but I decided to tone it down a little bit. Maybe I'll release that at some point. Um, but the album, the Summoning album, someone asked. It took. I wrote 7 of the 10 songs in about a month when I was up in near Nova Scotia, and then the other three had been kind of like in various forms had been around, which was Yellow House, Headed Home, and Reverie. Um, where did I get this hat? It was given to me uh, by uh, by someone, and it's falling apart, and I cannot find something to replace it properly. It makes me very sad. I've been looking all over Europe so far. I'll find something, I'm sure. Um, I love the moral. What was my inspiration for the song? So the moral um, was inspired by. So I always say, you know, I can only sleep well when I'm on tour and when I'm in love, and so that sort of helped me sleep well again. And I made a joke, I think, last night. Imagine if the two were ever to happen at the same time. That would just be, I might go into a coma. Who knows? Um, but it's really about longing, right, and companionship, and being recognized for your differentness. I think. Um, and the piano riff and the more originally, I wrote that first, I guess, 4 bars a long time ago. I've been using it as sort of just an exercise. Didn't ever know where it would show up, and it showed up there. So you remember getting home from a show in Berkeley and playing the summoning vinyl for the first time. Just start imagining that hit. I appreciate that. I think summoning to me is a very, very special album. So I'm glad you like it so much. Um, is there gonna be another Have a Seat Misery? Maybe. I didn't think there would be a Welcome Back Misery, but that happened, so you never know. I feel like I could do hundreds of those, right? The little snippets. Um, I was shocked with Make a Wish how many people know it on the tour in different countries. I mean, y'all are just screaming along. It's been amazing. Um, um, let's see. Love music. Yeah. be- Became a fan of my music around a year ago, so I just want to say, very glad I found you. But thank you. I'm very glad you found me too. Um, hello Mexico, and thank you. This is so nice. People from all over. Do I have a set list planned for the Auto Heart show? I do. Yeah, and I'll release that. I'll make it available as a playlist at some point in October. Um, it'll be mostly upbeat music. I don't think there's really a ballad on the set list, but I think that's okay for an Auto Heart tour. Hell of a Dream will be on the set list, and so will Make a Wish. So, 700 Days, all of Shipwreck is a. I love that people are actually starting to find it more now. I'm noticing, which is great. Um, oh no, Edinburgh, come back next time. I'll be back for sure. The UK, sooner than later for sure. Um, let's see, Warsaw was great. That was such a fun show. Um, so the Deed will come out October 17th, and along with it comes the solo version of Blood Moon Love, if you can believe it. So 2 songs on October 17th. But I'll announce that officially in about a week. Let's see. So Blood Moon Love is Blood Moon Love is on the set list for Auto Heart. Yes, absolutely. It's spooky season, obviously. Um, I'm sorry you missed the show, but I get that. I get that sometimes the anxiety can be a lot, especially in large groups. So maybe next time. Uh, well, hello from work. I hope the night is going well at work. This is great. Um, Nottingham was so fun. He loved the video and commentary. Collaborate on therapy sentence. Um, oh yeah, just a joke. I always advocate for therapy, right? And so much of my music can sometimes seem, like I was saying before, a little bit self-serious. And it's always through a lens of self-care and things like shadow work and stuff. But yeah, so it's just a joke against myself, really. But the ninth hour musical and actually perform a musical. We performed it once as a musical at the Met in 2019 at the Met Cloisters, and Kate and I have been trying to find a way to bring that to the stage since. Theater is a tricky business. Hold on, these are moving pretty quick. Let's see. One of your fair, Blood Moon Love. Um, Meaning behind Battle Cry. A lot of Counterfeit Arcade was sort of a battle with myself, I would say at the time. So make of that what you will. Blood Moon Love. Um, yeah, it's. I think it'll be really fun live with the band. Um, yeah. Um, 6 to 8 hours to Berlin. Well, if you do that, I got a set list with your name on it. So make sure you come up and tell me, okay? I'll sign a set list for you. That's a long drive. Um, well, I love Lighthouse Keeper too. I could share more about the meaning of the song. Yes, I could share. So that when I was up in writing the new album, I was right across the channel from an old lighthouse, and I was thinking about the way that I isolate myself, and have historically done that, and the sort of the stories we make up to validate sometimes maybe are not healthiest behaviors, and I was turning that lens on myself and thinking about you know, how maybe it might be time to sort of branch out of that and take a bit more risk. So that's really what it's about in a nutshell. Let's see here. What else we got? I have been to Milan once, but I've yet to do more Italian cities, and I really, really want to do more. So I'm certain I'll be back, yes, in Italy at some point. Um, um, I think the thing that helps me sleep well on tour is that it's nonstop and it gives I tire my brain out. I tire myself out. So I get good night's sleep because you're kind of always going on tour, right? So I have a lot of extra energy. For some reason, I always have had extra energy. I don't know what that is exactly, but tour makes me tired. Will I ever do a live album? I've been talking about that actually with the producer, with Mike Ferretti, and it would just be a matter of when we do it and what songs. But for sure, I'd love to have a live album. I was thinking it would be really great to have live versions of the Shipwreck album out because it's such a studio-oriented album with a lot of studio and electronic sounds, and it might be really cool to reimagine Shipwreck in a live setting. So there might be something there. I don't know. We've talked about it a bit. Let's see. People should listen to. If you're just getting started with my music, I would say you should start with the newest album, Summoning, and then I would jump to Counterfeit Arcade, and then I would sort of find your way through everything else. But that's the order I would do it in if I was going to introduce you to my music. Because you'd get a good understanding of the things that I'm doing now and how they relate to the things that really started to make me popular. If that makes sense. Um, oh yeah, still going. I'll make music till I'm dead. Definitely still active. What's the name of the song where I had an audience sing? Oh, that's The Deed. So that comes out October 17th. That's been really fun to have the audience singing along on a new song that y'all have never heard. That's been great. I'm excited for that to come out. It was supposed to be on Summoning, as some of y'all know if you've been at the live shows, but it was a bit too dark and it didn't make sense in the story I was trying to tell. So, can you tell us about the meaning behind your tattoos? They actually don't have any meaning. I just think they're cool. Um, let's see. What's your favorite? gifts you've gotten? I mean, this has got to be, one of them for sure. I mean, look at this little guy. But I've gotten a lot of amazing like lithographs and sketches and drawings and like animations, like animated like sort of comic book and cartoon style stuff. Blows my mind. Actually, someone just gave me in the UK a bunch of pins and keychains that have been incredible, that are in that style, the cartoon style, and I didn't realize it was them that they were posting the sort of images of it, and then they gave me actual keychains and things. So I'll be posting all that stuff at the end of the tour. Um, Shipwreck and Counterfeit Arcade are your favorites. I love that. They're so different. I love that you love both. Um, Thank you. It's just they're only on my right arm because they just started. Um, I made a pledge with myself that I still wanted tattoos in 2025, that I would get a whole bunch of them. So I started this uh, tattoo experiment in February. And I'll probably finish up the right arm this year or early next year, and then we'll jump over to the left, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And thank you. I love them. The tattoo artist, Marty Turner in Jersey City, is not only an incredible artist, but just such a lovely person. So I love having him do work when he puts all that positive energy into it. You haven't seen any online. Are there vinyls going to be sold made of other albums? Yes, there are. The tricky thing is getting a great physical distribution partner who can manufacture and ship all around the world for prices that aren't going to, absolutely break the bank for folks. So um, we're looking into it and we're trying to find a good partner. But yes, a lot of people on the tour have been asking about vinyls. I wish I had some with me, but hopefully within the next 6 months or so, we'll have a solution for it. Let's see here. Haven't seen any online. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you all love my tattoos so much. Tiny Gods was the first. Wow. That's the first of me hearing. I've never heard that before. That is a deep cut. Um, I'm glad you listened to it too. Yeah, Haunted Things EP, which Tiny Gods is on, is probably my least listened to release. So discovering the music that way is an anomaly for sure. Um, I have all of the puzzle pieces, or as many as I think there are. I received a lot of them, and they made it through a lot of different cities in our merch bag. I have not yet had a chance to sit down and sort of take them all out of the bags, individual bags, and see if I have a full puzzle or not. Um, but I love so much that my Discord, Patreon community knows that I love jigsaw puzzles and gave me a custom puzzle. I'm so excited to actually be able to sit down and do it. I was thinking I'm going to go out to the desert to write the new album in December, and maybe I'll bring the pieces with me and I'll try it there. Um, I'll definitely come to the Netherlands. Um, yeah, I'm sorry that show sold out. I mean, I'm not sorry it sold out, but I'm sorry you missed the tickets. I'm very excited that it sold out, but definitely next time. I will definitely be back to Europe to play more shows within the next couple of years for sure. What's your favorite song to perform at shows? My favorite song, that's a tough call because it depends. If I'm with a full band, sometimes it's some song. When I'm by myself, it's another song. Sometimes it's a ballad, sometimes it's upbeat. It kind of depends on my mood, and how I'm feeling and how the room is feeling with me. I will definitely play Hell of a Dream live starting this fall with the Auto Heart Tour. Anyway, I can convince Will to come to Europe. Um, You know, I hope that Will comes to Europe, and I hope to be with him should he ever decide to do that. What was the first song I wrote in the Summoning vinyl? The first song I wrote from Summoning while I was up there was The Moral. And if we go further back, the first song I actually wrote that's on the album um, would have been Reverie or a version of it a really long time ago, actually. But I reimagined it with Mike Ferretti, the producer. What kind of merch is being sold on the tour? I've got let's see. I've got very so Friday is Budapest. I've got very, very limited number of t-shirts and posters. I've got a Lighthouse Keeper t-shirt and I've got For the Departed posters, but very, very few left. They have been selling really fast. I've been trying to control it so that every show had just about the same amount since Poland, because Poland sold out. There were a lot of people in Poland. So let's see. This is so nice. What upcoming show am I most excited for? I'm pretty excited about Utrecht in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. I think that's going to be great. Um, so we'll see. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to jump off now. But I've loved this so much, and it's additionally exciting to be doing this from another country in the middle of a really wonderful tour. Um, What's my tattoo of? Yeah, this is a death's head moth here. So this is a death's head moth, a scorpion, and then we've got a dagger through hearts. We've got a dice with the 56, a key, a skull with a thistle, and then we've got the steps. So um, yes, I almost had a drink with you in Poland. We missed out. The bar closed. Um, I did know that death's head moths squeak. I think that's pretty amazing. Anyway, I'm out. So good to join you. I'm glad you liked the video, and I'll see y'all soon. All right. Fantastic. Bye.